David?
Can't help it. Got a thing for big knockers.
Hi, I'm Lara Croft, and I'm here to tell you all about my new game, Tomb Raider 3. You'll notice that there's quite a difference between Tomb Raider 1 and 2.
Rockstar Games' animator Mike York has recently opened up about Grand Theft Auto 6 and also shared some behind-the-scenes information.
On today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Sophie Turner and her role that she's going to destroy along with Phoebe Waller-Bridge, because it's bad enough that woman killed James Bond, Indiana Jones, and ironically now for the ultra feminist, she's going to kill off Lara Croft. And that extra noise you heard in the background was me breaking wind. And on that one, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on with today's video. Well, you blathering buffoons, in the studio with me today is billionaire, trillionaire, quadrillionaire, Mr. Handsome himself from Australia, Lord Andrew Wilson. Andrew, please tell the viewers, including myself, how much you value video gamers and video games themselves.
You sift through some level of information,
yes,
or you have to try and think about how to move some initiative forward. Ask yourself this question first: is this good for the player?
And honestly, folks, who could fault this guy? What? Oh my God! The rumors are true. Andrew Wilson really is Android Wilson.
YouTube's newest hero is here to save the day. His name, Kung Fu Hot Dog.
Now, here's something I thought I'll never ever do on my channel. We're going to go over to Town & Country, the website, and check out this article regarding the Phoebe Waller doomed series Tomb Raider for Amazon Prime. Ooh. With all the money she has, you think Waller-Bridge will get a plastic surgeon to remove that hideous birthmark from her bloody forehead, but then when I check the rest of her out, I'm thinking she might need to spend more of her money. But anyway, let's get on with this, because Waller-Bridge Tomb Raider series, everything we know so far, Town & Country, you really are absolutely silly. Now I know it's country and townhouse, but I think Town & Country sounds a lot better, rolls off the tongue, if you know what I mean. So I'll have a look at this headline right here. Sophie Turner set to star as the lead in live action Lara Croft remake. Well, first of all, country and townhouse, this is not a remake because the other iterations were movies. Then you have that animated godforsaken, whatever the hideous artifact that was, with the voiceover talent of Hayley Atwell, who, as Critical Drinker said on one of his recent live streams, she should have played Lara Croft at least 10 years ago, which makes absolute sense because buxom Hayley was the perfect fit. Now look, even controversially, I would say even Daisy Ridley, and we've seen those pictures of her, haven't we, where she looks so damn good, showing a bit of barefaced cheek, if you know what I mean. Even I wouldn't have minded her playing Lara Croft. I mean, Daisy Ridley is a little bit more easier on the eyes than Sophie Turner, so we have to get past that, don't we, folks? But anyway, I just want to show you this as a bit of a precursor because they're all building up, all lovey-dovey. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is Miss Poshy-Washy Fleabag, but nothing else, because she's a writer, like I said in my intro, who destroys everything that is male, loved by men, adored by women, and you can't have sexiness. I'm beginning to think that when Waller-Bridge was growing up, she hated everything like sexy pin-up girls, maybe Benny Hill, maybe the old school comedians who had really pretty women as part of their sketches. I mean, God knows what she'll think about Spike Milligan. That stuff will probably just fly over her head.
Let's go over to the news desk.
Feminist Sophie Turner says she didn't want her Lara Croft to be a sex bombshell in the new Tomb Raider remake. It's not a remake! Oh my God. Oh, who keeps calling it a remake? It is not a remake. Oh my god. Again, do you know what the travesty is? Alicia Vikander didn't get a second chance to be in a sequel film because look, she's part of the Survivor series based on the Survivor games, but I thought for the most part she was good. Bit of a long gooseneck that she has, but apart from that, she's very easy on the eyes. Turner leads the new live-action series remake, again that bloody word, based on the popular video game franchise, about the adventures of a highly intelligent, but yet she brought in brain-dead Turner to play Lara Croft, and resourceful British archaeologist. My god, if they'd cast Ella Balinska in this role, I would not have minded one little bit, because the difference between Balinska and Turner, Balinska at least is very pleasing and hot on the eyes, and I don't think for 1 minute she would have come out with diatribe like this. It's incredible, but already you can see that the shackles are firmly around feminism here, because it's all about bringing you a prettier character, actually in this case a pretty ugly character, and not the one that you like, because God forbid that you have beauty and you have brains, very much like Rachel Pizzolatto. God, I do love her and her long legs and endless boobs. You can imagine her as Supergirl. Pizzolatto would have been a better Supergirl than Millie Alcock. I always love that surname for so many rude reasons. But anyway, let's carry on with this. I don't know what Damon Hatfield is doing here looking half past dead, but Sophie Turner wants to ensure her version of Lara Croft is sanitized because the remake highlights the character's capabilities rather than her looks. Does Sophie Turner actually understand that Ms. Croft utilizes her sex appeal and her looks to get one over on her male, sometimes female enemies? I'm going to guarantee you here that this version of Lara will be absolutely gay beyond belief, because hey, we got to slay those gays in our audience that don't exist. But of course folks, this is not the first time the Lara Croft design has courted controversy. Check out this Hollywood Reporter article from 2018, which had two people called Ryan Parker and Kate Kilkenny writing an article called Tomb Raider Fans Slam Criticism of Alicia Vikander's Body. Their opinions do not matter, and neither do they, because this movie is not for them, it's for us, said one social media user, irate over, wait for it, sexist comments from a man, of course. The man in question is the amazing alchemist right there, or even better yet, the amazing atheist. A guy like me doesn't believe in God, and good for him. He comes out with some very funny opinions. He's got a very funny YouTube channel, and that's the dude right there, in case I didn't really spell that out properly for you. So what this article says is YouTube personality with a sizable audience, yeah, more than the Hollywood Reporter can ever fathom, Kirk aka the amazing atheist said, "Do I have to be the asshole who says her tits are too small for me to see her as Lara Croft? Do I have to be that guy? Do I have to be the one who effing says it? I guess I do. Sorry." And this was on Twitter, not X, back in the day. Oh, and they actually misspelt subscribers. Subscribers. That's hilarious. That's 2018 and they have not even corrected that spelling error. But of course the predictable backlash, folks, is as follows. Fans of the video game series and the kick-ass female adventurer lit into Kirk, calling his observation misguided and ignorant. But of course, as a man of culture, I completely disagree with those comments, because back in the day, and I know the original creator of Lara Croft did not like her redesign, but honestly, if you did not have that, she would not have become the pop culture icon of so many magazines that we later saw back in the 90s to 2000s onwards. Again, Lara Croft, the most photographed, cover model ever, more than Cindy Crawford, Linda Evangelista, and certainly Naomi Campbell, because nobody gives a frag about her, do they? It's about her and her story, oh the hero, and what drives her. That's 3 hers in one sentence, rather than what so many people also love about her. I beg your pardon, that's 4 hers now, which is how hot she is in the games and the movies. Turner told the LA Times. Oh! Turner said that her, I think we know where we're going with my thumbnail title today, will not be a sexy bombshell, explaining her desire. I tell you what, this her word is getting on my nerves already, but at least from the pronoun point of view, that we know exactly that this is not a her. You know what? The other guy who was meant to be the version of Princess Zelda, that dude, yeah, maybe she'd have got him to play Lara Croft. That would have been very, very funny, actually. Anyway, let's carry on. Apart from the fact that she is a beloved video game character, let's explore the realistic, grounded side where she's boring, flat-chested, ugly beyond belief. And look, people were praising Sophie Turner on her casting. I wasn't one of them. Get that straight. I wasn't doing anything at all. She's not a woman who hides her strength at all. So already we got to get girl boss. She's going to be moving boulders out of the way. She's going to be saving mamsels in distress, because the opposite of a female damsel in distress is a mamsel. In the original video games, Croft is known for wearing tight shorts, yeah, and what's wrong with that? I love tight shorts on chicks. And a fitted top that accentuates her chest. Oh my god, I'm gonna go to town on this.
Oh, jiggle physics. Oh, how could I not? How could I not think about that?
Mechanics, jiggle physics,
nice.
jiggle physics. That's my entire chat right now. How does that work? Do you know how?
Yeah,
that
I know.
Works?
Yeah.
Is that not in your wheelhouse?
No, I know how that works. Yeah. It's done several different ways. When you see a butt jiggle or boobies jiggle, stuff like that, that's usually done by physics in the engine.
Recent official images of Turner in costume show her in a similar outfit, complete with a prominently displayed gun, but without the exaggerated emphasis on her chest. Are you kidding me here, guys? Oh my goodness me. Ooh. Bloody hell, I'd rather make out with a deaf and dumb Holly Hunter from Star Trek Starfleet Academy. The British actress steps into a role previously embodied, an emphasis on the body by the way, Evangelina Jolie and Alicia Vikander. Created and executively produced by Fleabag, who should be in a snake pit at this point, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. The series will be directed by Jonathan Van Tulken, who actually directed maybe all or some of the episodes of the Hiroyuki Sanada drama Shogun for effects. Turner will be joined by alien star Sigourney Weaver, who clearly cannot get any work these days, and takes on the role of Evelyn Wallace, described as a high-flying woman who is keen to exploit Lara's talents. So in other words, you got the James Bond element here, because I guess Miss Wallace, who sounds like Waller when you think about it, maybe a bit of a self-insert, is her handler. She sends Lara on her missions, which is bullcrap, because from what I remember of the games and some of the stories I've seen, Lara is her own woman. She picks and chooses her missions, and she gets other people involved, not for someone to tell her, by the way, Lara, can you go and pick this up? Yeah, I'm pretty sure in some iterations, depending on what you watch, that she does that, but I'm pretty sure from the old school games that she just pretty much jumps in there because she's got untold amounts of money. She can do what she wants. Ugh. 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 What's happening here? She looks like Rod Stewart on a bad day. Word to the wise folks. They take a very good picture of Sophie Turner right here back when she was a bit younger in her Game of Thrones days. They give her a little bit of a filter, put the OG Lara Croft next to her, and this is supposed to bait you into some kind of excitement. And as I told you before, look out for those cutscenes for Catalyst and Atlantis. I don't think that'll be the same Lara that ends up in the video game. They'll make some modern modifications to her design. Trust me on that one. I don't have any insider knowledge. I'm basing it on my instinct, if you know what I mean. And that was the Sophie Turner that I thought was, hey, you know what? She's alright. She's pretty cute, but of course, as she's gotten older in a short space of time, what the hell's happened to her looks? Maybe being married to a Jonas brother didn't really help her in the long, grand scheme of things. Oh, jeez. Good grief, this woman is haunting me. She's going to be like that episode of the IT Crowd where that guy thinks he's killed Jen and then she pops up everywhere and haunts him. And let's have a look at this Middle East publication here, folks. I mean, let's lament. Let's have a look at these two specimens right here. Angelina Jolie, just absolute perfection. Yeah, she's got a slightly big forehead, but he didn't care. She was just so beautiful. Then the big eyes, the big lips, boobs, legs, bum. And then you got that alien next to her from the planet Uranus, Sophie Turner, who is just not even she's not even a comparison, man. It's like getting a rotten apple and sticking it next to an orange, and which one do you want to take a bite out of, right? Of course. Oh, this is just, you know what? I am pissed off. I'm not surprised. Again, the choice by casting Sophie Turner is a deliberate one. You don't think that there were many other prettier actresses out there who are vying for the role of Lara, but no, we get King Mongo instead, or should I say Queen Mongo. It's all about her, folks, because it's her story. So there you go, folks. I'm giving you a breakdown today on, again, Lara Croft is one of my all-time favorite characters in fiction. I absolutely love this chick. Again, my first introduction was through Rona Mitra, who played her for some very successful promotions back in the day in the 90s when the internet was around, but it wasn't so prevalent. God, I miss those days. Why can't we go back in time, folks? Oddly enough, this is a very peculiar thing. Even though I was born and raised in the 70s and the 80s, I do like the 90s a lot more because people were getting a lot more acclimatized about what they could do for entertainment values. And I really would, and if I could meet the devil and ask him or her to send me back to a place of perpetuity, it would definitely be the 90s, because everybody hadn't lost their minds at that point. But someone who is going to lose his mind very shortly, unless he gets another cup of coffee down him and some chicken soup, because I'm getting a bit of a chilly willy cold. I will catch you catching me for the return of the next video.
I think women admire her because she's a real woman. I mean, she's obviously got so many things about her you can make fun of or do things. But she's very emotional. She's curvaceous and she's feminine, and she doesn't compete with other women. She's not that kind of woman. She's not the kind of woman other women compete with or don't like, even though you'd think she would be.